life is a series of highs and lows, and sometimes if you've had too many lows in a row, you can feel like life's riding you.
I shouldn't laugh, but I know I'm a failure in your eyes. I know it's daft, but I guess I know it deep inside.
Some songs were looking back on negative things that had happened and things that had made us who we were as people, as men. You know, having turned 30, you become quite aware that you're growing up, you know, and you're not a boy anymore, and you start thinking about your future for your family and things, and so the songs seemed to split themselves into these two areas, you know, and one was reflecting back on things, and the other one was well, what are your hopes and dreams for the future. And
I used to be free. We're gonna separate ourselves tonight. We're always running scared but holding on.
you know, Ben's now stopped drinking, which drinking was becoming, we were probably all drinking too much, but some people it reacts differently with, and it felt like we were losing focus, and we needed to kind of come back together. It felt like we drifted apart from being a team and a family, which is what we've always been. It was partly because we've taken each other for granted, you know, and taken the band for granted, and sometimes you need someone to kind of shake you and wake you up to what the potential problems are.
You left my heart like an abandoned car, old and worn, I know you said all, but I used to be.
Just before we started recording, I kind of stumbled in the house with a cut ear and had blood all over my head, and I have no idea how that happened, and the next day I had no recollection of it either, so that was a real wake-up call and something that kind of had to happen, certainly for me. You know, I'd tried to cut down drinking before that, but never had the idea of just stopping. And thankfully my brother said you should try stopping. I thought, oh, that's a fucking great idea.
But there's a black chandelier.
The first time, you know, is like late for rehearsal or late for a plane or something. The first time you're like, it's fine, and then when it happens more and more, you start to, that's when the frustration gets in, and that's when you start to grow apart, and that's what happened for a good few months, is that, you know, you start to resent things that, you know, but fortunately we reached a point where we just had to deal with it, you know, and it wasn't building up anymore, and, you know, it was starting again.
But I used to be free. We're gonna separate ourselves tonight.
From that day, that morning that I stopped drinking, things have just all felt better, and we've all felt more gelled together as a unit, and we're kind of discovering that unity again that we always had before.